Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Help promote, rank up my channel. I'm a bit behind on this review as I was attending to other things, but this is going to be a spoiler review of Stargirl Season 2, Episode 2, Chapter 2 of Summer School. A very bland title. If you're not familiar with my channel, trailer right there, you can check it out. I review movies and TV shows. I also talk a lot of movie and entertainment news. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you would click subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it, or at the least leave a like and a comment what you thought of this episode. Let's go ahead and jump right into the positives and then the negatives. Interesting things about this episode. Jade, or Ginny, is looking for her brother. She's outgrew her home, gets the lantern ring from a tin left behind for her. Jade gets nice moments with Pat, learning how to use the ring, control her powers, all that throughout the episode. Jade tries to be Miss Perfect. It kind of comes off pretty likable. I'd say the actress has got some charisma. She's pretty likable. They was stealing the show from Stargirl, which maybe that's why the actress did such a good job of acting like this woman's up to no good. She's trying to take everything I've worked hard for and everybody's just loving her. It was pretty interesting dynamic. And it looks like her arc's gonna revolve around her looking for her brother. That's definitely going to be an interesting thing. I expect her to pop up throughout the season. Unlike the father, instead of needing the lantern, she pretty much is the lantern. But much like her father, the lantern is tied to her emotions. So you get some really great lantern VFX effects. The lantern stuff, we don't get much lantern stuff. We finally get some real lantern stuff, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's at a minimum right now because she's just learning, dipping their toes into this thing, but I expect to see some pretty amazing things. It was kind of cool seeing that green car, like her making constructs out of this stuff. I am definitely interested in seeing more of her. Hopefully she's not gone for too many episodes, because I want to see her imagination come into play and see what all they can do on this small screen with a Green Lantern. The things in here, Zeke, weird Zeke that we just let wander in and accept that, oh, he found my robot and he just wants to do his own upgrades to it. So let's just not knowing really anything about this guy, let's just let him tinker with my suit. So Zeke upgrades Pat's mecha with a flamethrower. Rick is still going out and feeding Grundy. Nothing really comes of that except missing summer school, which I suspect eventually, after missing so much summer school, the rest of the team's going to go looking into it and find out, no, he's hiding Grundy, or he knows where Grundy is, and it's going to be kind of a splinter in the team dynamic, at least maybe for the briefest moments. Jade comes into town with a classic car, top hat king, suave, well-spoken. His rival is very much like that of Death's in Supernatural, just not as menacing. He's very smooth talking. He wants to come to collect the magic estate left behind that Sydney already raided for Eclipso. So I'm assuming he wants Eclipso, or maybe he wants something completely different in there, but he's just an interesting, suspicious person, and he comes off as a suspicious person. So, of course, it leads to Pat confronting him, and that was very well played. I really like that scene between them. He's just sitting there trying to feel around, get a sense of what this guy's doing, what he's about, and when he tells Courtney, we got another villain in town, her excitement level goes through the roof, and I really enjoyed that performance right there. Sydney returning and using Eclipso to get at her mother, and then Eclipso just destroying her mother. This isn't a thing you can control. It's gonna consume her. It's only a matter of time. But for how long before it consumes her? How far is she gonna let this go before she tries to seek help or something like that? It's gonna be really interesting to see how all that plays out. Other than that, there was some just. The special effects were great, but it was mostly a dialogue-heavy episode. The acting is always top-notch on this show, in my opinion. I didn't see any, real negative performances. My only gripes are really on the writing. So the negatives on this one? Well, for one, Rick can't see Grundy hiding in the trees. That was dumb. They're not thick redwood trees. Yeah, I mean, this guy's big and hulking. He's got shoulders that come out to here. Somehow, he managed to hide behind those trees pretty effectively. That's not a flaw at all. And this is just a little nitpick. One thing, Green Lantern needs her green skin. I hope we get that. You better deliver. Aside from that, Ginny breaking into their house, fought their daughter, and just like that, oh, I'm related to Green Lantern. Next thing you know, she's sleeping over. But it's okay. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions anymore at all. She made breakfast. She fixed the table. Just shut it, Courtney. She's our friend. And then, as a result, Courtney goes into suspicious bitch mode for the rest of the episode, which doesn't make her come off that likable. And the framing of it, Courtney's just jealous and hurt because she's not a legacy descendant of heroes. This is something logical to question. You can't just take somebody's word for it. Somebody breaks into your house, fights you. Oh, she's related to somebody your stepfather once knew that was a really good person, a hero. He saved lives and all that. Just don't question it. It's not like she couldn't have... This is the ring of a dead hero. It's not like she couldn't have just got this from somewhere because this dude's gone. He's been gone. Yeah, just don't question it. Pancakes. And then there's the lantern. It might explode. Let's run it past a highly populated area to a very public, wide open place. Nobody will notice, despite the fact it's at night. This thing is glowing green. And just like Rick, couldn't see Grundy behind those trees. Except you don't even have those flimsy excuse for trees. I really didn't like the abrupt, jarring, emotional shift in Ginny's attitude. Once she finds out the lantern isn't gonna help her find her brother, it didn't feel well set up, earned. Just felt like, oh, look at the time. We're running out of time. We need to wrap this up. It's also why I like when she just abruptly gone at the end of the episode. Oh, she's gone, Courtney. What? I just finally started getting along with her. She's gone. Nobody bothered to wake you up and say, hey, she's just she abruptly disappeared. She came, she figured out how to do her lantern stuff, and then she just bailed. And everybody's just okay with it. Oh, she's just gone. No, I didn't want to wake you up. You needed some rest. Everybody's just cool with it. Overall, it's just a very average episode. Slow burn. They're rolling this stuff out slowly. There was some interesting things, some cool things done, but mostly just dialogue heavy and some questionable execution. Let me know your thoughts and opinions and where you look forward to this going. Everything with Calypso, Jade, Grundy. Subscribe, stay awesome, rock on.